It's that time of the year in 2024. We've not even made it to 2025, but we have the first release of 2025. Today we are talking Cobra. We are talking the DS Adapt, which is the second version or integration of the Dark Speed driver. But today we have a mid-handicapper who's going to put them through their paces. And guys, if you are new to this YouTube channel, then welcome to this channel. If you want to join us on that journey to 50,000, then hit that subscribe button. And guys, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you will know at the moment I'm out with an injury. I can't grip a golf club, so we've got mid-handicap Dave here testing. We're going to be talking through the brand new Cobra drivers for 2025, and I have to say it's a great start. I have hit these clubs before I had my injury, and I have to say they are performing well. Last year's model, the Dark Speed, was fantastic. Has it got better? There's certainly one huge talking point. So we have plenty of options for every different golfer from Cobra this year, as you would expect. We have a Max D version, which is a draw bias driver to help those people who are slicing the golf ball. We have a Max K driver, which is towards the 10k inertia, so something that is the most forgiving driver. We have the X model, and we also have the DS Adapt LS, so the low spin model. Dave is here modelling or starting with the Max D, Dave. Not a driver we would say is for you, because we know Dave's bad shot is left.
Yeah, but we said that about irons in 2024, and you know we got a surprise from that, so we'll give him a go and see. It's a nice looking driver. Okay,
let's have a look, obviously, from the top. So, interesting there, obviously the carbon on the top. We have then got, obviously, a bit of a divide. We do have a nice, stealthy looking Cobra mark there, which we know Dave's a big fan of.
I am a fan of a mark.
Yeah.
As I've said before, preferably one that I haven't managed to put on myself.
Yeah, but let's put it behind the golf ball. Obviously, we can see that we do have that little bit of offset.
Yeah.
Looking down.
Which is the slight worry that I've got, but
and this is where, this year, guys, we're going to be talking through the whole range as a video. So get in those comments below if that's something you'd like to see, and who they're directed for. So this driver straight away would probably be pushed to somebody who maybe does have a slice in them. Straight away there, it's a great start from Dave.
Wow.
206 carry, 230 total, and not a long way left that you would probably have expected, Dave.
When it started slightly left, I was expecting it to be off the planet.
Yeah. Strike-wise there?
Slightly towy, which surprises me because it's obviously been fairly forgiving as well.
Yeah, so very interesting there, very forgiving, a long carry, a good shot straight away there from Dave, and there will be some comments that Dave doesn't swing it at 109 miles an hour. I will address that. The system does need calibrating, but spin and totals are correct.
That was an awful strike.
Awful strike, but again, only just down the left-hand side, but
very bottomy.
Quickly lost nearly 30 yards in carry there, Dave, which again...
But that's me, that's a bad strike, what do you expect?
And this is it, new drivers aren't going to magically, if you hit it that far out of the centre, unfortunately they're not going to save you, are they, Dave?
No, there's many a house on the outskirts of Garforth Golf Course have found out.
And this would
caught that well.
Yeah, and this would be Dave's worry there, obviously. He's caught that well. Distance-wise, he'd be happy with that. Again, 215 yards total.
Yeah.
But that's 15 yards down. He struck it well, but you can quickly see how this potentially is working left for him. So let's move into now the next driver. So I'm going to pass Dave now the Max K driver, which is the most forgiving. We're going to talk through the LS and the X model now with a little bit more information. So if we talk about those other two drivers, and we first of all talk about the Cobra DS Adapt X driver, this is a bit of a design that is like a tour driver, but it also is giving plenty of forgiveness. So it is trying to lower spin, it is for tour players, it is for amateurs, and for me it's probably going to be the most used and the most fitted head of these Cobra DS Adapt drivers. It does also feature what we're going to come to very soon, but we do also know the main things are it has been redesigned, it has improved the shape and the drag on there, so we can start to get a different shape, a higher crown, and from there we can get forgiveness throughout the face. If we then look at the next option, so the Cobra DS Adapt LS. This is the LS driver, this is the Tour inspired shape. So again, a slightly different profile down behind the golf ball. Again, low spin, low launch, but also max mobility. A few more weights on the toe and heel on this driver, but also features, which we'll get to now, the new Future Fit 33 adjustable hosel system. So features 33 different unique loft and lie settings to unlock more customization. So again, we're going to go more into this with Mid-Handicap Dave in the coming weeks and put it in the perfect setting to see, is 33 too far? Is it a bit controversial that should you really have that many options, or is it perfect? Because if you're having lessons and you're changing your shot shape, you can adjust this driver to then get it to fit perfect for you. As you play more, instead of buying a new driver, you can tweak that setting and then you can get the ball flight you desire, or help you get away from a ball flight that you're trying to get away from. So certainly plenty of options for Cobra. But let's see now how this driver ranks for Mid-Handicap Dave. Okay, so back in now, Dave. Obviously we do have the K and the D, the two max drivers here. So behind the golf ball, differences?
This one looks flatter. It looks to have a shallower face to me.
So which one is that? Is that the K?
It's the K there that has looked from above to have the shallower face.
Yeah, looks a little bit flatter again. From the top, Dave, anything noticeable?
It looks to have less loft as well, and I don't. That's perhaps because the Max D is slightly kicked in.
Yeah. So again, you might see a little bit more of the face, but let's see numbers-wise. This would be a driver that, again, Dave is a mid-handicap golfer. This certainly could be one for a low-handicap golfer who wants more forgiveness, or again, a beginner golfer who, if you're having lessons, guys, and you're thinking about improving through the winter, then it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to go to, obviously, the Max D. You don't need to go to the draw bias one, because if you're looking to improve your swing path, improve your game, maybe go for a driver that's going to last you a bit longer. And straight away there, just down the left-hand side, carry 206.
Felt a bit toey, Chris, if I'm honest, but that's
so
really quite forgiving.
Yeah, toey, 206 carry, 230 total, 1,800 spin, so a little bit low on the spin, but keeping the ball speed, a good carry, and you take that every day on the golf course. Any differences there in sound and feel, or do these two feel extremely similar in those categories?
It felt slightly duller.
Okay.
I don't know why, but maybe it's just the shape that gives a different sound slightly.
Potentially, yeah. So let's go, we'll go two more, and then we'll see how Dave rates these as we go along. We're going to put a rating system in, guys, over these new drivers and going forwards, so we can see which one would come out top of the leaderboard.
Nothing could forgive that swing, Chris.
No. That is, again, the perfect case of, if you hit it that off-centred, no club can save you.
A little bit left to get in.
A little bit left, strike-wise.
Very, very toey.
Yep. So again, relatively forgiving, still over 200 yards total, but that it could potentially be a lost ball, but we know that's not the driver. So let's go a couple more. Let's get some good swings on this. And guys, obviously through the winter, we are going through Dave's game. We are working on that. We are going to be filming a hack motion video soon to hopefully get him some more speed and some more control on his shots.
Well, quite simply by just reminding me there, Chris. I remembered what you keep telling me to do, so maybe I should just stand up to the ball.
Yeah, and listen every now and then. So again, very good there, because obviously 3,300 spin, but it's still carried just under 200 yards and gone to 215. So pretty good there. Let's go one more.
One more and try and remember what I'm told. See, again, that's decent for me.
A better strike there,
Yeah.
200 carry, 220. So let's talk about how you would rate these two drivers and which one's going to come out on top for you, Dave. And in coming weeks, guys, I will be getting the X and the LS out there on the golf course, and we shall do the same, and we'll have a mid-handicap leaderboard and a professional leaderboard. So Dave, first of all, let's go with the Max D driver. So first of all, looks, how are you rating it for looks from the top as overall?
Out of 10,
Yep.
I'm going for a 7. It would be slightly higher because I like the fact that you can see a lot of the face and it's a bulkier looking head.
Yep.
The bit that puts me off is obviously that
offset
there's a bit of
from
offset, it looks to be kicked in. So
7 out of 10. And then for the K, what would you do for the K? Are we going more, are we going less, or the same?
I'm going 8.
Okay.
It would be more if the head was as bulky as the Max.
Okay.
But the head doesn't look quite as bulky as the Max. I think it's really, really nice looking for the alignment, etc. And it's not kicked in, which suits my eye. But if it was just a little bit bulkier, it would probably get a 9.
Let's go on sound and feel then. So sound and feel, let's again go back to the Max D. What would we be giving that on sound and feel?
See, I think the sound of it is slightly better.
Okay.
So I'm going a 7 again with the sound for the Max D.
Okay.
The K sounded, as I said, a little bit duller,
Yep.
which I didn't quite like as much.
Okay.
So unfortunately I'm going with a 6 for that.
Finally, let's go for performance. So performance out there, obviously, yes, we can talk about off-centre strikes, but overall, which one did you think performed best for you?
I actually thought that the Max D performed better, even though it's offset. 8.
And the K?
7.
7. So guys, let's talk about those averages and see which ones come out on the top for Dave and which one you should be considering. So very interesting there from Dave with his averages. Let's talk about those. So average, the Max D has come out on top. 7.3 out of 10. The K driver, or the Max K, has come out as a 7 out of 10. So very interesting to the start of these reviews. We have had the Tour Edge on the channel last week, so that was the first 2025 driver. There'll be plenty more to come. What do you think about the rating system and which drivers are you looking forward to?